So we start with Act 1, Scene 1, line number 325. So we have come to the end of Act 1, Scene 3. Well, everybody has left the stage except two, that is Iago and Rodrigo. Rodrigo is very unhappy because even though he has spent a lot of money, even though Iago has looted, cheated him of his money, well, he has not been able to help Rodrigo in his courtship of Desdemona. So he is spending money, but it is useless. So he is very frustrated and he thinks of committing suicide by drowning himself. And at this point, Iago is trying to buck him up, to encourage him. He's trying to goad him. He's trying to instill courage in him so that he keeps alive. He does not commit suicide out of frustration. Well, why Iago wants Rodrigo to be alive, not to commit suicide, that's a different thing, because he has been using Iago has been using Rodrigo as a tool to fulfill, to achieve his own aims, to fulfill his own plans, his own designs, evil plans. Well, he is a villain, a devilish villain. So he has his own schemes and designs and plans. So he's trying to encourage him, don't commit suicide. He says, well, after that lecture on virtue, there was a long lecture on virtue, a lecture given by Iago on virtue. And after that, he says, well, it is merely a lust of the blood and a permission of the will. Well, you feel love. He says, a person feels love because a person feels lust. When a person feels lust, when there are carnal instincts, he feels love. And at that time, you will have no willpower. Well, at that time, you will not be able to control yourself. So when you feel lust, you feel love, and you lose your willpower. And he's asking him, come, be a man, drown thyself. I have told you that I am your friend. I will stick by you. I have professed me thy friend, and I confess me. Knit to thy deserving. I help you. Whatever your plan, whatever your ambition, I help you. Knit to thy deserving with the cables of perdurable toughness. Well, I will be steadfast in my sincerity towards you. But he's asking him, put money in thy purse. So he goes on repeating, put money in your purse, put money in your purse. And he gives him hope. Iago gives Rodrigo hope that Rodrigo will be able to marry Desdemona, because his argument, Iago's argument, is this, that, this Moor, well, Desdemona, the affair, the marriage, the relationship between Desdemona and Othello came up all on a sudden. Things that come up all on a sudden, they will vanish all on a sudden. Something that comes up quickly will disappear quickly. This is his reasoning. This is his argument. He says, it cannot be that Desdemona should long continue to love the Moor. It is impossible that Desdemona will go on loving the Moor. Put money in thy purse. Nor he hissed to her. It is impossible that Desdemona will go on loving Othello. And it is equally impossible that Othello will go on loving Desdemona in return. And put money in your purse. It was a violent commencement, and thou shalt see the answerable sequestration, alienation, and estrangement. They are going to separate soon. Answerable sequestration. They are going to separate. Within no time, you will see that they sequestrate, but put money in your purse. These Moors, these Negroes, they are very, very moody. They are changeable in their wills. So fill thy purse with money. The food that to him now is as luscious as locusts. He feels that what he possesses now, that is Desdemona, is something very sweet. But this sweet stuff will soon become coloquintida, will become very, very bitter. So sweet will turn bitter. And then she will feel fed up with him. Desdemona will feel fed up with him. Desdemona will feel that she has had enough of Othello. And he will feel the same. And then Desdemona, will look for a better person, will look for a better man, a younger man, a more beautiful, a more handsome man, a more civilized man, a more gentle man, someone who is white in color, someone, a European of her own man. Well, this is what going to happen. And so don't get drowned. This is what he says. So, Rodrigo, wilt thou be fast to my hopes? Can I stick on to you? Can I trust you? If I depend on the issue, I am ready to keep myself alive. I am not going to commit suicide. Well, I leave that hope. Well, I leave that plan. But can I trust you? This is what he asks. Iago says, you are sure of me. You can count on me. But go and make money. I have told you often, and I retell you again and again. I am telling you again and again. I hate the Moor. Even though seemingly, outwardly, I appear to be very loving, very sincere, very dedicated towards Othello. But in my heart of hearts, I hate the Moor. My cause is hearted, it is deeply rooted. Because why? Thine hath no less reason. So my cause is deep rooted, and your cause is deep rooted. What is your cause? You want to love, you want to marry Desdemona. That is something deep rooted. What is my cause? I hate the Moor. Let us be conjunctive. Let us join together. Let us join together in our revenge against him. Let us join together in our revenge against Desdemona, because you will be able to marry Desdemona. So he is going to lose his wife, and I will destroy him, I will ruin him. If thou canst cuckold him. Cuckold is a man whose wife is unfaithful. A cuckold is a person whose wife has had relationship with some other man outside marriage, extramarital affairs. Such a man is a cuckold. A cuckold has been often, pictured as having horns on his head. So a horned man means a man who has horns on his forehead means his wife is unfaithful. So if you can cuckold him, if you can seduce him, if you can seduce Desdemona, well, thou dost thyself a pleasure. You are going to be very, very happy. And I will also enjoy that. Me a sport. There are many events in the womb of time which will be delivered. Well, there are many things to be done. Traverse, go, move, go ahead, provide thy money. Come on, arrange money, put money in your purse, We will have more of this tomorrow. We'll meet tomorrow. Adieu. Adieu means goodbye. Rodrigo says, where shall we meet in the morning? Iago says, at my lodging. Well, I'll be with you. I'll meet you there. Go to. Farewell. Do you hear, Rodrigo? Do you understand? Have you understood what I have told you? Yes, what say you? No more drowning. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself by drowning. Do you hear? Yes, I am changed. No, I have changed. Well, go to them. Farewell. Put money in your purse. Then Rodrigo says, don't worry. I will sell all my land. I will collect money by selling all my wealth, by all my land. So he disappears. And who is left behind? Who is left behind? There is only one person on the stage now. Everybody else has left. Who is left behind? Anyone?
Iago.
Only Iago. He speaks. What do you call it? One character stands on the stage and he speaks his thoughts, his thinkings, his thoughts. He thinks loudly. This is known as a soliloquy. Soliloquy. He is going to soliloquize because, he is sharing his ideas. He is sharing his mind with the audience. A sort of self-explanation to the audience. Soliloquy. This is this is a famous soliloquy. He gives out his plans. Look at what he says in the soliloquy. 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 He is soliloquizing. Look at what he says. This is his mind. He speaks his mind. He thinks loudly. A sort of self-explanation to the audience. He's addressing the audience. Thus, I ever make my fool, my purse. Well, he says, this is how I fool people. Why? I fool people to rob them of their riches, to make money. For mine own gained knowledge should profane. Well, if I would time expend with such a snipe, but for my sport and profit. I should have, when I deal with the people like Rodrigo, I should have two things. But for my sport, number one, my sport, I should be happy. I should have a nice time, enjoyment. Number two, profit. Well, if I can't get these two things, number one, sport, number two, profit. Profit, that is by way of money. Well, I will be a fool if I don't get these two things. out of such people. And he says, I hate the Moor. I hate the Moor. I hate Othello. And it is thought abroad. Thought abroad. People say, I don't know, because I have never seen. Why does he hate Othello? We know one reason. One reason is he was bypassed in the promotion to the post of lieutenant. That is, when a vacancy arose, the vacancy of a lieutenant arose, Othello selected, Othello picked up Cassio, bypassing Iago. As far as Iago is concerned, he is a better soldier. Iago is a better soldier. The other one, he is a bookish theoretician. He is not a perfect soldier. So that is one reason that we know. What is the other reason? He says, well, there is no proof for that. It is thought abroad. People say, there is a rumor that betwixt my sheets, between the bed sheet and the mattress that is on my bed, he slept under my bed sheet. Means he has had an affair with my wife. He slept with my wife. This is what people say. I don't know. So it is not a good thing. He has cuckolded me. He has made me a cuckold. He slept with my wife, Emilia. It is thought abroad that twixt my sheets, between my bed sheets, he has done my office. He has done my work on my bed. That is, he slept with my wife. I know not if it is true. I don't know if it is true. So this is the second reason, and there is no evidence for that, remember. But for mere suspicion in that kind, it is only suspicion. I only suspect it, will do as it for surety. I will certainly do that. I'll ruin him. I'll ruin him. I hate him. Remember, he holds me well. Well, he trusts me. He has 100% trust in me. He believes for sure. He has no doubt about it. He believes for sure that I am an honest man. The better shall my purpose work on him. So it is easy for me. Since he trusts me fully, it is easy for me to cheat him. It is easy for me to deceive him. It is easy for me to ruin him. Cassio is a proper man. Cassio is a proper man. Cassio is a handsome man. He is good looking. He is good looking. Especially, he has a lovable face. A face that is lovable for women, for girls. Let me see now. I can make use of this positive thing. He is very fair. He is very handsome. He looks very young. He looks very lovable, especially for very attractive towards women. So let me see now. To get his place. No, I am going to make use of Cassio because he has good looking smart face. I am going to make use of that plus point of Cassio. I can do two things. Number one, to get his place. I can get his place. Now, if I can destroy him, if I can destroy Cassio, I will get his place. So I should become lieutenant. That is my first purpose. Number two, to plume up my will, to satisfy, to fulfill my aim, my design, to plume up my will in double knavery. Well, it is two birds at one shot. By one shot, I can catch two things. Number one, I can get his place. I can get the place of the position of lieutenant. Number two, I can ruin Othello because he has cuckolded me. he has slept with my wife. How now? Let me see. After some time, to abuse Othello's ear, I am going to poison Othello's ear. To abuse Othello's ear, that he is too familiar with his wife. Cassio is too familiar, too friendly, too intimate, too close with his wife. I am going to inject poison into his ears. I am going to inject poison into the ears of Othello. That Othello is black, dark, a sooty bosom, whereas Cassio is fair, handsome, lovable, well, very, very lovable. And number one. Number two, he is very friendly, he is very close, he is very intimate towards his wife, Othello. So I am going to inject poison into his ears. To abuse Othello's ear, that he is too familiar with his wife. He hath a person and a smooth disposition, a very lovable man, to be suspected. And husbands like Othello is sure to suspect that such people like Cassio, has a sort of affair, illicit relationship with his wife, framed to make women false. Such people, a people who has the face, who has, the disposition, the appearance of a Cassio, they are, usually, womanizers. People who, throw women astray. Womanizers. The Moor is of a free and open nature. He is an open nature. He is, he believes things. He easily believes things. It is very easy to cheat him, to deceive him. Such a gullible person, such a credulous person. He believes things easily. A free and open nature. And he thinks men honest, that but seem to be so. If he finds a person, lovable and honest, he will trust him. And that thinks men honest but seem to be so, and will as tenderly be led by the nose as a son. It is easy to lead him, like it is easy to guide him. It is easy to lead him as we guide, as we lead, and as it is, it is easy to manipulate. We can easily manipulate him like an ass, like a donkey. I have it. Well, that is it. I am going to do that. It is engendered. It is already made here. The plan is done. The plan is made. Hell and night. Hell and night. I need two things. Number one, I need the help of hell. I need the help of devil, Satan. Number one, night. These two things. Because most of the illegal, affairs, extramarital affairs takes place at night. So with the help of these two things, these positive aspects, number one, the help of devil, number two, night, must bring. These two things will work out this monstrous birth, this devilish plan, the devilish plan that I have to the world's light. I will carry it out. So this is his soliloquy. This is his plan. This is Iago. So how do you find him? Well, he is bent on destroying Othello. He is bent on destroying his happiness. He is bent on destroying his marriage. He is bent on destroying Cassio as well. And he is bent on destroying Rodrigo. And what about his wife? We are going to see that after some time. So, the real character of Iago is gradually coming to light. And we start, we start, getting to the heart of that devilish villain. Why does he do these things? Well, this is a major question as far as Othello is concerned. Shakespeare's, he is the most devilish character of Iago. I mean, Iago is the most devilish character In the entire world, there is no such villain in the entire world literature. The cruelest, the most devilish villain. Why does he do these things? Why? Maybe it is his character. It is his character. Nobody knows what is the reason. But Samuel Taylor Coleridge said, well, the motive hunting of motiveless malignity. Motive hunting. He is hunting for motive. He is looking for motives. He is bent on doing things, evil, wickedness. Nothing positive comes from him. No positive thought comes. He is hunting for motives. Motive hunting. Motive hunting of motiveless malignity. This is the description given by description of Iago given by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. So this is the end of Act 1, Scene 3. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, tomorrow we'll start Act. So Act 1 is now over. The exposition, the first act is now over. I have given you some questions. So well, the synopsis is here at the end. Then there is explanatory notes, words and their meanings are given. Then കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?